Come on in, let me show you around. I thought it might be kind of fun to just take a walk around the shop. I'll show you some of the main pieces of equipment and some of the things that have been going on around here. The shop is kind of divided in two halves. Over here is where I do my work and my filming, and it's usually in pretty good order. But if you turn around to what I'm looking at, it's often a mess. This is where I have, incoming projects, different tools and equipment that don't have a place here that I just have temporarily. And so we'll look at all of it here. Now, let's start off right here with the machinist lathe. I get a lot of questions about this. I've had it for about 6 years. I bought this from Precision Matthews because they came highly recommended. And I picked this 1130 lathe because it was the smallest one they had. They had these cam lock features on the chuck, so you can quickly remove the chuck and change it out to a 4-jaw chuck or a collet chuck. So I have a variety of those, which is pretty nice. And I've put my key pieces of tooling up here in this rack. Now, I had this made by Send Cut Send. I designed it and they cut and bent this base down here. And then I riveted on this top shadow board that they cut. And I wanted to make it this way so that I could always change this shadow board out if I wanted some different tooling, but it's been really nice for that reason. Now over here, I have more of my mill and lathe tooling in this box right there next to it, which is pretty handy. And right above it, I have the world's coolest paper towel roll holder. My buddy Alex Jordan from AM Custom Fab built this as part of a fabricator gift exchange that we did around Christmas time. You can find those videos. But right here, when you pull off a paper towel, that marble runs around the track, so pretty fun. Now this is my mill. I got it the same time as the lathe, and it's been really good too. And so I've been really happy with that for the space that I have. I'm not machining every day, but it's really good. And just like the lathe, I've put my key pieces of mill tooling in this little rack that I built, and that's nice to keep them handy. Now this is my Fume extractor. It's a Fume dog unit. Now this was part of a sponsorship from a few years ago, and I've been really happy with this thing. And one of the coolest parts of it is the filters it uses are a standard filter. So you're not locked into some expensive proprietary filter like some others. So I think they've done a really good job there, and it's just really functional. So as far as MIG and TIG welders, I've been using these latest HDPs, the 250 amp TIG and MIG welder here. This is their latest pulsed MIG. I'm not locked into any kind of a sponsorship agreement to where I have to use these, but they did provide them for the channel. I just like using them because they work good. And I've been using these Defiant metal gloves for a long time. Pretty happy with them. Now this right here is pretty cool. I've been testing this out for a buddy of mine, Alex Jordan again at AM Custom Fab. And this is a little attachment for these SSC style pedals that so many of the TIG welders have. They give you a hook for your foot and just a little bit of footing. So when those come available, I'll have a little bit more on that. A pretty cool idea. Now my welding table from Quantum Machinery, it's a Sigmund table, is still holding up really good. It's tool steel, takes a lot of abuse. And the fixtures on it have been just fantastic. Now it has taken a bit of a beating, especially from laser welding on the surface. And so, it's not in new condition anymore, but tools are meant to be used. This is my latest like high quality tool purchase. This is a combination square from Fireball Tools. And I've bought a lot of stuff from them over the years, and everything I've got from Fireball has just been fantastic. I mean, some great innovations, really good quality. Highly recommend. In fact, this little vise right here that I'm using, they have these on the Fireball site for just over $100, and it has taken a real beating. One of these days, I'm gonna upgrade to one of their better vices, but for now, I mean, this thing holds up really well. Now this is my little fabrication station. This is where a lot of work happens. So I have my drill press right there, and then this little belt grinder that I built, and it's a 2x48 grinder, but I have a monster motor on it, so it holds up really good. I made a video about how to build that, and I have all the parts you can download the files for on my channel. Now, a lot of people thought this VFD right here, the variable frequency electronics, was going to go out quickly because of the metal dust, but it's still running strong. One day I'll upgrade to probably a better one, but right now it still works. Now the Swag Off-Road Portaband stand, I kind of want to build a different one. I don't really love it, but it definitely works, does the job. And as far as cuts go, like my go-to saw has been the Evolution mitering chop saw for a long time. They've been a sponsor of the channel, so this was a sponsored deal right there. But again, I have no obligation to use it continuously. I just keep using it because I really like it. For tool storage, I consolidated all of my smaller boxes into this Harbor Freight US General box. And I'm out here 20-30 hours a week, so it's not quite full-time, but it does get a lot of use, and it's held up really good. Now the press brake here from Langmuir, the Titan 25T, I've been really impressed with it for the money. You have to have the right expectations with something like this. It's not perfect, it's not the fastest, but it gives a ton of capability in a small space, and it runs on single phase, and I could afford it. So I bought this for a few products, and I'm still working on getting those sorted out and rolled out. So it's not in full-on production mode, but I've done a lot of stuff with it, and it's been really good. Now this is the Langmuir plasma table. I bought this one as well, and it's been a really good use in the shop. It's my third plasma table. I built my first one, my second one was a dud, and this one is just a workhorse whenever I need it. It's not the most rigid, but for the space it takes and the money, it's been pretty good. I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep the plasma table when I got the X-Tool Metal Fab, but anyway, this has been an awesome laser cutter, but it doesn't have the same working area or the same capability for thickness, and sometimes the plasma table is honestly just a little bit faster for me for my workflow to be able to cut things out, but you don't get the same quality that you get on the laser. And if I'm making more than one piece, the laser's pretty much always faster. Had a lot of questions about this Fronius Fortis here. I bought this because I wanted to explore some of the new technology in it. And at first I was a little bit disappointed. It was pretty buggy, but once I got the latest software update, it's been awesome. I mean, if you want an advanced machine this size, this is as advanced as they get. So, I'd recommend it to the right person, but if I just want to get something done, I'm still reaching for the HTP machines because they just kind of workhorses like that. It's been a while since I've done any tubing work, but I have the Rogue Fab bender there. I bought that many years ago. This radio right here, this was in my dad's shop, and the thing talks when you turn it on, just an old radio. Kind of one of those things that's just a fun memory. I've done a little bit with some of these laser engravers. I've had a few videos on those. They're pretty cool. And I've been trying out some different abrasives too. So this is 3M's kind of sampler pack that I got here. You can just buy those online. And they're fiber discs, these Cubitron 3. They've been pretty impressive. I also have some other abrasives coming in to try out, some from a company called Rex Cut, and another sampler pack that's coming from Fireball to try to get to the bottom of that. So I'm gonna have some more info and kind of my take on some of those. These boxes right here are all prototypes from X Laser Labs of their newest machine right here. This is gonna be the most affordable laser welder on the market, as far as I know. And they've made some pretty interesting improvements to it, but they still have a little ways to go on some of the development. But I have multiple versions of that here that I've been trying out, so should be pretty interesting. This little shop of mine has been a dream since I was a kid. It's something I've been working at for 20 years. Saving a little bit here and there to purchase another piece of equipment each year and just add to it. A few of them have been sponsored as well, some of the bigger ones like the Metal Fab and whatnot. Those are far from free too, but I really appreciate the support of those companies. But mostly I just appreciate all of you guys coming to hang out with me here. So if you enjoyed this or learned something, let me know by hitting that thumbs up and leave me a comment if you got any questions about this stuff. We'll see you next time.